So, around 1 year ago, me and one of my co-founders were working as financial analysts. During this time, we were given a task, spreading. Spreading is the process of taking the numbers from financial statements onto Excel so that you may begin your analysis. This is a very time-consuming and grueling task, and from it, we discovered that we weren't the only analyst who suffers from this. Almost 60% of all analyst time is wasted on preparing data rather than actually analyzing it. And the analyst isn't the only person who suffers from this poor data issue. You also have the investors who want to actually invest in these markets with poor data, who struggle to have the confidence to do that because they don't have the data to actually confidently do that. The issue extends beyond that. It extends into a cyclical one with regulatory institutions who don't have the time to prepare this data to actually provide the adequate policy recommendation. So Finalyze's solution to get analysts back into analyzing. How do we do this? By preparing for them a pipeline that is capable of taking all this unstructured and poor quality data and actually aggregating it for them in one place in a format that is machine ready. And that is what our pipeline does. It takes the financial statement, takes the numbers from it, and prepares it in a machine readable and analyst ready format, as well as providing snapshots of market intelligence for direct comparison. Now, why is now the right time for this? Well, we operate in a $7 billion total obtainable market. Now, this is because the emerging and frontier data markets, which are the markets with poor data, actually have this issue. Now, from this, we build Arabic native and centric systems that are catered to the reality and the quality that we face in the MENA region, which means that this is our focus, putting us an addressable market of $150 million. Now, we believe we can obtain $5 million of that. This will especially be expedited by our current negotiations with the EGID, the primary data center for Egypt owned by the Egyptian Exchange, which we are currently in negotiations with. Now, let's take a look about some examples about the reality on the ground. These are how financial statements look like in Egypt. And these are listed companies, some of the biggest. They come in all different shapes and sizes, different formats, different line items. Machines that currently exist to do this job can't actually look at them. Neither can AI because of the nuances of actually looking at these types of documents. Now, we provide the exact opposite. Clean, ready output for analysis to begin immediately. Both raw data and normalized data, which is relevant for different use cases. Now, we also provide immediate snapshots of the market and how it compares against your portfolio, providing you with immediate recommendations to actually assist you in doing this. Now, how do we actually monetize this? Where's the money in this whole process? Well, we have 3 service lines that we're currently working on. Firstly, our capital market spreading model. Now, this is an API-based model centric around public data, which allows it to become usable exactly 2 minutes from when it's available. That's faster than anyone else in the world. Now, this is meant, again, for public data and is intended to be used as a B2B SaaS service. Now, we also have our confidential spreading model. Now, this is where Finalyze's real value will appear because we can ingest large amounts of confidential data very quickly and aggregate it in one place in a confidential manner that can be deployed either on-prem or on cloud. And we're still developing this service. And it is provided as a licensed service. Finally, we have our financial modeling playground. And very simply, it is just an upsell on the last 2 services that allows for greater customization and accessibility by any analyst who intends to use it. Now, looking at our roadmap and what we intend to do for the next 3 years. Well, by year 1, we intend to deploy the last 3 service lines that we just mentioned and achieve a revenue of nearly $550,000. By year 2, we intend to expand within the MENA region and achieve a revenue of $2.1 million. And by year 3, Finalyze will actually begin implementing its own custom solutions, as well as this is when Finalyze breaks even at a revenue of $4.4 million. Now, let's take a look at the team and the people behind this operation. We are people who have been accredited or with backgrounds from some of the world's most recognized institutions, such as the University of Waterloo, myself, Adam El-Biblawi from the World Bank, Mohammed Gamal from HSBC, and Ahmed Askar from EFG Holdings. Now, looking at the current objectives and what we are currently seeking, we are looking for strategic investors that can understand the pain we're dealing with and the market we're operating in, that can assist us in actually growing and establishing this in the right way, as well as co-design partners, individuals or institutions who really do understand the product that we're building for, and that can help us cater it for the best product market fit. And finally, if you'd like to try Finalyze, please feel free to scan the QR code to gain a snippet into what we've been working on. Thank you.